But you know, like any piece of machinery or anything going on, sometimes it's not always doing the thing that takes an awful number of people to run. I'm not going to stop. All right, I'm going to get ahead of you guys, and we're going to slowly go down the ladder and take a look at torpedoes.
Now you're talking. Torpedoes. How many fish in the tubes today?
Periscopes wells that the periscopes would draw down into are rifles, pistols, and shotguns and small arms. 2 showers in there with 2 sinks, and 4 toilets in here with a 77 enlisted men in this area. The Blueback makes fresh water by desalinating the salt, but only enough for every sailor to take 1 shower a week. Yeah.
That'd be a bit tight.
And no laundry facilities. So it's like a 7-year-old boy's dream.
Well, how long of a tour?
60 days maximum. Could be less, but no more.
You like take your clothes with you in the shower maybe to try to clean them? You're not wearing it?
Underwear.
You got 2 minutes. However you want to do it, that's fine. And then you hang off in the hot engine room. Some guys actually did that. You could get sink water, you know, like more than once a week to wash out underneath the sink. So it's not as bad as it sounds. You don't have to because, you know, you're only on here when you volunteer to be there. Let's get in a much bigger group.
I can't imagine what we're doing.
Oh, yeah. I'm thinking that, wow. Sleep up there for about 3 years.
Torpedo room.
Yeah. Well, this is a real good sleeping room. Well, because the beds are going to look like coffins. So this is where you got a lot of room. It's generally cool up here because you're far away from the hot engine room. It's not going to be that noisy. This ventilation is not going to be that loud. It's also where the tall guys need to sleep. The guys between 6'2" and 6'8", because the beds are only 6'2" inches long. But shorter guys sleep up here, mainly on the floor. We couldn't set it up nowadays, obviously, and have people walk through here. And if you just drag a mattress in here and sleep on the floor, it's good enough. No, there's not much happening in this room once you've got all the weapons set up and ready to go. And if there's something that's happening, everybody's awake anyway. Now, the torpedoes are going to come down through that hatch right above the exit sign. In fact, I am going to run something up here on the TV. Check this out. Loading torpedoes on the Blueback. And you can carry 22 of them in this room. You put the first 6 in the launching tubes, because that's where they got to go anyway. Then you got room in the reload racks for 16 more, 8 on either side. Right in front of that center tube is where that shot from the hunt for Red October was taken.
The sign down there says 4-shot loaded. Is that really loaded? No. Okay. Well, hell, I don't know.
A tube, you never want to have to guess what's in it, so it's either going to say tube empty, practice shot, or war shot. We have the other 2. I saw the sign war shot in a book, so I made those signs and put them on there. Looks cool, huh? Thanks. But sometimes those little details. So that's coming down. No, this is all just set up how it used to be. Don't totally fiction now. The big people say, if I hit the torpedo too hard, will it blow up? Oh yeah, you betcha, go ahead. These are all shells for the real torpedoes. The thing that's going to load the torpedo in the tube is a hydraulic ram called a rabbit. And the other thing they keep up in this room is most of their produce. You're going to pack about 15 tons of food on here for 85 men for 60 days. And you got a couple of freezer refrigerators you'll see back here, but most of the stuff is put in 3 more inches more vertical space and a bigger coffin locker. This lifts up and your clothes go in there. Maybe a little bit longer, but not much, and I think a little bit wider. Yeah, it's always a shock because I assume people don't live in beds, you know, like this unless they live on a mobile home or a sub. But you know what? You're going to be really tired and you're going to be asleep and your eyes are going to be closed. And once you hit your head a couple of times, you pretty much learn not to do that. You're not going to be thrashing around a lot in your sleep. You know, if that's your problem, you're probably not going to be in the military anyway. You're not going to come rolling off and things like that. You just learn to adapt. You know, it is the military. You don't get queen-size beds and silk sheets and stuff like that, you know. But as in all, these are not too bad accommodations.
Okay, you should, right?
If you as a taxpayer want to pay for it, yeah, there's a question.
I know other places money is being wasted.
Oh, yeah, I know. Well, no, it's got to be set up in advance.
Yeah, I read that.
It's scouting groups and things like that.
Oh, well.
So,
I thought we could celebrate our anniversary here.
well, we lock it up at night and we unlock it in the morning. So give me a couple of bucks and maybe we'll do it. There's no accommodations down here other than just sleeping. This used to be where more beds were at, but there was only 66 beds for 77 enlisted men, and some guys had to share. That was a system called pot bunk. Well, not like that. Guys worked at different times. Oh. There we go. One on every
No, I know. I was thinking about like farms. And you guys don't bathe. That's what I'm like. Ew,
that probably happens. Yeah, you know, a bunch of human beings living together is going to happen. If you want to try out the beds before we move along, go ahead. Take your photograph. No desire to do that. Okay.
No,
all right.
Good.
Let's come on in here.
Space bed already.
Yeah.
We've been here. We've been here.
So this room here used to be a little bit bigger because that stairway was passed by the right here. You got about 22 guys down here at a time. There's 2 advantages to submarine service. Better pay and better food. Put it on here for you, yes. We've got an authentic menu right there from 1963 in the Pentagon. Water steak with all the trimmings, topped off with cherry pie and whipped cream. This boat has...
And cigarettes.
What's that?
And cigarettes.
Yeah, oh yeah. Or cigars and pipes. Still can.
Oh, you can.
Shot people make more.
In a cup?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Every once in a while I hear movement that they're going to try to get rid of it, and I wish them luck. It just sort of goes with the show.
Yeah.
Air filtration systems on all ships